Hello and welcome to the morning sports briefing here on Sunday, the 23rd of May. Hi, I'm Paul and I'll be your host today. In the news today, I've got updates from Richie in our NRL on the Warriors game from 2 days ago, but we'll also catch up on all the rest of the NRL action. Andy Rice is back again with his update from the PGA for the PGA Championship, and we've also got the boys from the Knicks newsletter bringing us up to speed with that the Phoenix win from yesterday. I'll also go through the rugby results, also basketball. We got NBA, NBL, and Sal's NBL action, and I'll try and catch up with the cycling as well as the Lpga as well in there. So busy morning with the sports. And this is your best way to start the day up to speed with all of the important sports news. And kicking off with the basketball, and the Grizzlies beat the Warriors 117 to 112 to get the final playoff place in the NBA. They'll be playing the Jazz tomorrow. The first round of the first round of playoff action is underway already, with the Bucks playing the Heat. Is live as we speak. Current score: the Heat are leading that one 40-35 in the second quarter. So the playoffs are now underway. We'll also have the Clippers versus the Mavericks, Nets, Celtics, Nuggets, Trailblazers today as well. Don't forget to join me at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning for the morning sports briefing. I'll keep you up to speed with how the playoffs are going over in the NBA. For the NBL, then over in Australia, we had two games yesterday. The Southeast Melbourne Phoenix beat the Bullets 95-66. And also we had the Breakers taking on the Kings. In this one, the Breakers got up in the first half, leading by 6 points at halftime. The Kings came back with a very strong final quarter, leading that one 25-15 to win the game 81-76. So a late comeback there. Levy Randolph led the Breakers with 25 points in that one, but unfortunately it was not enough for the win. On the old table side of things then, and Melbourne United still lead the Wildcats at the top there. Southeast Melbourne Phoenix up into third, but some way distance of those top two. In the Sal's NBL then, and yesterday was a busy day with two games in that one. The Canterbury Rams took on the Franklin Bulls and beat them 89-86 in that one. And in a coincidentally, the Nelson Giants beat the Otago Nuggets in the second game, 89-86 as well. So both games finished with the same score yesterday. Another two games today. The Manawatu Jets take on the Taranaki Mountaineers, and the Southland Sharks take on the Nelson Giants. Moving on then to the NRL, and let's catch up with that Warriors result from 2 days ago. Richie from the Standoff Show, if you can join us at 8 p.m. on Wednesdays, will take us through his
Hi
match
everybody,
report.
it's Rich from the Standoff Rugby League Show on Wednesday nights. The Warriors have held off the Tigers in a tense finish to win a seesawing battle 30-26 against the Tigers on Friday night. The Warriors had to endure some adversity with two people spending time in the sin bin. Ben Murdoch-Masila and Ali Katoa both sin binned in the second half. Reece Walsh and Roger Tuivasa-Sheck were standout performers for the Warriors, both bagging a try each, and Reece Walsh with 3 try assists. The Warriors will be very pleased to take the 2 points away in this one. It was a very close game. It could have gone either way, so they'll be very pleased to come away with the win.
Thank you very much for that one, Richie. Looking at the other NRL results then, and from yesterday, We had the Titans beating the Bulldogs 30-20. The Broncos beating the Roosters 34-16. So Broncos showing signs of life there. And the Storm beating the Raiders 34-10 in that one. Looking at the table, and the Broncos still second from bottom with that, even with that win there at the top of the table. The Panthers, who will be in action today, lead the way ahead of the Storm and the Eels. The Warriors in 9th place, just outside of that top 8, all-important top 8 there. Moving on then to the A-League, and we had 2 games yesterday. Melbourne City beat Central Coast Mariners to extend their lead at the top of the table. And the Wellington Phoenix took on Western United in a must-win game. Let's hear from Connor from the Knicks newsletter about how that game went.
Phoenix were victorious for the first time in a long time, playing at home. Over 400 days had passed since they last played at their home of Sky Stadium, and they got the victory. Well done to them. 3-0 win. Goals to Reno Piscopo, Clayton Lewis, and a goal again to Toma Hemed. Fantastic performance in front of 24,000 fans. Really good day out for everyone, and absolutely delighted to still be in the hunt for playoff contention.
And great, with the Phoenix back in New Zealand and Wellington there. Good to see them get that good crowd for their first game back. So don't forget to join the Knicks newsletter on Wednesday evenings at 9 p.m. For the update on that one. But 3-0 win. Very happy with that one. And still sees them in 9th place. Still 5 points off. 6 points off the top 6 in the playoffs. Looks like a long way away at this stage of the season. Moving on then to the golf in the Lpga. Zhu, I think it is pronounced, leads the way ahead of Korda and Michai, the Kings Mill Championship. Remember, Lydia Ko taking some time off ahead of the second major of the season. Over at in the PGA Championship, and I'll hand you over to Andy Rice, who will take our golf correspondent, who will take us through how things stand heading into the weekend.
Hello everyone. At the close of day 2, Phil Mickelson heads into the weekend with a share of the lead at the US PGA Championship as he looks to become the oldest player ever to win a major title. The 50-year-old sits level with South Africa's Louis Oosthuizen, the 2010 Open champion, at 5 under par on Kiowa Island's Ocean course. Mickelson, eyeing a first major win in 8 years, made 5 birdies in his final 9 holes for a fantastic 3 under par 69. Two-time winner Brooks Koepka is one back, with Masters champion Hideki Matsuyama, one of 3 at 3 under par. Oosthuizen looks set to be the only player not to drop a shot during the second round on the longest course in major championship history. As he approached the 18th, he was in the lead at 6 under par, but the 2010 Open champion hit his second through the back of the green, and that resulted in his first bogey of the day as he signed for a 68. Pre-tournament favourite Rory McIlroy finished with 3 successive bogeys to leave himself at 3 over par for the tournament. Ian Poulter had earlier edged his way into the mix before failing to finish at level par. Fellow Englishman Paul Casey is 2 under, while Scotland's Martin Laird is a shot further back. South African Brandon Grace was among the early starters, and he led until he hit his tee shot at the daunting 223-yard par 3 17th into the water on his way to making a double bogey, and he then bogeyed the 18th to slip to 3 under. Matsuyama is also at 3 under par after a bogey at the last took the gloss of what was looking like a fantastic round. He signed for a second round 68. Just 18 players are under par following the opening 2 rounds on the blustery South Carolina coastal course, but 24 of them are within 5 shots of the joint leaders. Mickelson claimed the Wanamaker Trophy at this event in 2005, but the last of his 5 major titles came at the Open in 2013. His most recent victories have been on the PGA Champions Tour. He could overtake Julius Boros, who won this title in 1968 at the age of 48, and he says he's been trying to improve his concentration and stay more present by practicing meditation and other drills to increase his focus. Onwards to day 3, should be quite some tournament.
Thank you very much, Andy, for his updates on the PGA Championship. And don't forget, he'll be bringing us news from all of the majors and also the Ryder Cup this year on the morning sports briefing. Moving on to cycling, and in Giro d'Italia, it was definitely going to be a general classification day as they went up the legendary Zolcolan climb. A breakaway went away, and they took the first 3 places. Lorenzo Fortunato of the Elo Comita cycling team took the win which is a fantastic one for them, who have been in a lot of breaks and showing themselves the wildcard team there, taking the win. So that will make their Giro d'Italia in that one. The first of the GC contenders, Egan Bernal, came in 4th place, a minute and 43 down on them, but that time was irrelevant. It was how close were all of his general classification riders in him. Simon Yates came in and climbed up to 2nd overall. Vlasov dropping back 2 places to 4th. Caruso holding on to 3rd there. Hugh Carthy sat in 5th. The other loser on the day, Remco Evenepoel, dropped back to 8th place as well. We saw the Daniel Martinez, the Ineos Grenadiers, the first lieutenant there of Egan Bernal, climb up into a 9th place. So Ineos Grenadiers really showing how strong they are. And Egan Bernal really stamping his authority on this race at the Giro d'Italia. Moving on then to the rugby, and in Super Rugby Trans-Tasman, we had 3 games yesterday. First up, the Blues beat the Waratahs 48-21 at Eden Park. Comfortable win there in that one. I was at the Chiefs versus the Brumbies, and the Chiefs won that one 40-12, really controlling the game where the game was played and possession very well in this one to make it a comfortable win for the Chiefs. Damon McKenzie having a very good game, playing at 10, and that conversation, is he a 10 or a 15, will continue for some time now with that one. I was there for post-match interviews with the 2 head coaches. I'll be posting those up this morning on the New Zealand Sports Radio Facebook page. Also, don't forget to join us at 8 p.m. for the Super Rugby Review Show. We'll go through all of the games. Finally, it was the Reds versus the Crusaders, and the 2 champions. And this one blew out with the Crusaders winning this one comfortably, 63-28 over there in Australia, meaning that it was a clean sweep of 5 wins for the New Zealand sides for the 2nd week running in Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. And you've got to say it's a question of which 2 New Zealand sides will be meeting each other in the final of this one. Currently leading the way are the Blues and the Hurricanes, both on 10 points, having picked up try-bonus points in both their games, whereas the Crusaders, Highlanders and Chiefs on 9 points, just 1 point behind. Moving on then to, no, that's it, folks. I hope you have had a wonderful weekend. I say join us this evening at 8 p.m. for the Super Rugby Review Show. I'll be back at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning for the morning sports briefing.